Hey Gemini, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. Okay guys, there's next to no light in here. It's the end of the day. I'm having troubles with my circuit within this room. I think it's the lights that keep tripping it. So I have to get that seen too, but Mercury in retrograde has kind of been screwing me over lately. So I actually have the light of my phone on for this last video because you're my last reading to do. So yes, the lighting is weird and you're going to keep getting shadows from my mic and things, but we are working with what we've got, guys. So Gemini, let's see what's in store for you for June. I feel like that as well. Yeah, comment below how Mercury is treating you. Let me know how you're going. Any hiccups for you guys? Interesting. Itchy nose. Okay guys, so the very first card that comes through for you, this is the Fairy Forest Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. They're really beautiful cards. We have the Merciful One, Compassionate Release and Relief. Okay, this is her imagery. At least in this light you kind of can see the imagery. When it's really bright outside, the light's a little bit too bright. Basically the vibe I get from this is actually kind of, I feel like you are, I want to say, you feel really lovely. I feel like you are able to see things in a very compassionate way. And in that I feel like you kind of feel kind of zen and peaceful right now. And in this kind of mindset where things are balanced, or you're just giving me a zen, kind of being in a really nice, like I say, feeling compassionate to others, which is quite interesting. I feel like you have took the time to move forward and move towards something, like to move whatever, like kind of ticked boxes to get to where you are now, because I feel like you've done what you need to do in order to release something, which I'm loving that. The first card we have is the Moon in reversed. I do feel like there is an aspect of something hidden from you with this. Now if it was upright, the Moon typically indicates something secretive and hidden. Now it doesn't feel like that for me for you. I've had this for the other signs in the same kind of position in the same way, but it doesn't feel like that kind of vibe I'm getting for you, Gemini. I kind of feel like, again, I get this like calm feeling from you. And the Moon is a very intuitive card. It's like trusting in your intuition, and I feel like because of you being in that kind of energy where you have released what you need to and you're in this kind of calm, compassionate energy, I do feel like you can trust in your intuition during this time. So trusting any dreams and any intuition, intuitive kind of thoughts you have. If you have any vibes on somebody, perhaps there's someone you need who needs your compassion during this time. And as I'm saying that, I feel like it could potentially be somebody who doesn't want to reach out to you, or anybody in particular, like doesn't want to reach out for help. Perhaps there's somebody who does need your kind ears, your kind words right now. Keep that in mind. It could be someone very close to you. Next, in the center of this, we have Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is like a really awesome card. It is kind of the happy endings, the kind of going for our dreams and achieving our goals. It's that kind of completion of all that we have been aspiring to, and this is the sense I'm getting for you. I feel like you are happy in this moment, in where you are, at least in your circumstances. So I do feel like if you're working towards something, I feel like this is a very good time for this right now. That you just kind of like the boxes are ticking. So I feel like for some of you, you are working towards something, because I am feeling that there is an end goal here. But I just feel like where you are right now, it's like you are making the moves to feel happy within where you're at right now in this process, which is quite cool. But again, I get this sense of someone close to you needing you to reach out, to be that support for them. But I do think that you need to use your intuition to see who it is. I don't think they're going to reach out to you specifically. I feel like it's more of a sense. You might sense somebody needs you, and to trust in that intuition. Okay, so then we have the Five of Swords reversed. Now the Five of Swords reversed, so 5 cards that mean a change of something. I do feel like I'm getting this sense of so much calm and serenity from you that perhaps you are taking a pause. With this card, the Five of Swords, I typically kind of have been reading it in reverse as though it's kind of like, it gives me a sense of being stuck and not knowing what direction to take. So either you could be so zen in where you are that you are hindering your process now to carry on, like you're taking a pause, because I'm getting a pause from this. I'm not getting a stuck. I feel it feels more paused. And a crossing of paths is what I'm getting for you. I do feel like there's somebody who needs you during this time, and like it could be that there's a sadness on their behalf, or maybe they are dealing with a sadness in a way that you're not, and that's why they need a support. Because I do get that this could be something that connected to you, because I feel like it's close to home. I feel like it's close to you, or even I do feel like this could be the fact that someone's dealing with the situation that you're in currently, just in a way that's affecting them emotionally, so you being like the support. And I'm going to use an analogy because it's kind of what's coming through. So perhaps you've moved away from home, or like moved further away from a parent, or traveling from a parent during this time. I feel like they're not dealing well with the situation. Perhaps it's like your first time you left home, or the first time you've gone such a distance alone without them, or it's just that kind of vibe I'm feeling. So I'm going to apply this analogy to it. I feel like reaching out to your mom, support her, let her know you're doing okay, maybe send more messages than you normally would, that kind of thing, because I just feel like you really could, by being compassionate about how they're feeling, I feel would be what they need during this time. Okay, the Green Man. This is intuitive, fertilization, and action. Now, the Green Man's awesome. This is wisdom. This is what you kind of need to kind of pop up when you are trying to grow something or wanting to grow something. I am getting I do get traveling vibes, so I do think some of you are working towards this, but I feel like I've had that with you before this year. So I do feel like this is something you're still growing, because I'm seeing forest, I'm seeing kind of sacred spaces to visit as well, or at least it's where you're aspiring to. And I feel like this is where you really can gain a lot of wisdom and knowledge during this time, from this journey that you're on currently. Also, no, I'm not even going to say that because that's what I'm getting. I was going to say what this card could represent, but I don't feel like it is. I feel like there's a lot for you to be learning during this time, and I do get this sense of learning from your surroundings. Six of Wands in reverse. Okay. So I do feel like right now there's this potential here to learn, to grow. There is a lot, based on your surroundings and what you're going through, I feel like this is a time of growth for you. Now, time of growth can come with annoyances. Learning things is never easy. There's always something to learn from anything. Even if we do the same thing every day, I feel like there's always potential for growth. There's always potential of a learning moment, right? Even no matter what you do, even if you're not seeking to grow, seeking to learn anything new. But I do feel that perhaps you're trying to carry on too many things for yourself. Maybe your aspirations are too big. So this could potentially be a blockage too. I'm being drawn back to that Five of Swords in my mind. It's sort of dragging me down here. That perhaps because you're trying to carry on too many things or have too many options, that it's overwhelming, or this is the crossing of paths that I was kind of seeing, that perhaps it's too messy, too overwhelming, and that will pause you, that will halt your journey, and hinder your progress. We have the Tower card, which is quite interesting because the vibe I'm getting for this is not as heavy as Tower card energy. But the Tower card energy means, again, I did get this sense of learning and growth through this, and that is what the Tower card energy is. It's about letting go of what no longer serves in order to grow and start from the foundations up, right? I am getting this sense of something needs to shift and change in their way of doing. The cat's just jumped up right next to you. So if you move, yeah, there you go, a tail right in front of you. I feel like there's something you need to see. Something you need to see that's not in alignment with where you're going, is what I want to say. And that needs to change. I do feel like something will shine light on this though. but it isn't giving me anything major. It's kind of like, it does feel hiccupy. Oh, I don't think I said that for you guys. It feels kind of hiccupy, like a bump in your road, and that's something that needs to be seen, to be done differently. And I get the sense of letting something go. And I feel like it may be the fact that you have so much, you're holding so much, or having so much responsibilities, or so many things you want to do, something that in excess, that needs to just be kind of like, you need to look at things differently, and not be the one kind of holding on to all these, I wasn't holding on to all these desires is what I want to say, but that wasn't what I was saying. So that's quite interesting. Keep that in mind. If you have a lot of aspirations and desires, perhaps your expectations are too high, and that needs to be reassessed. But there's something you need to see and understand, because it needs to change. 5 of Cups. So this is a letting a go cup. The 5 in tarot is make a change. It's change. And I'm definitely getting the sense of something has to change. With this, I do feel like there is a loss. Somebody here is grieving within this. I did get a sense of a parent is grieving, and there being something that needs to be compassionate around. And I feel like it is something close to you. It really feels like something close to you. And here I'm feeling it getting emotional, and here I can feel that tarot card energy, which it is straight after it. So perhaps you are being the strength and being that compassionate one. And I feel like when we are the strength, anyone, like in relationships, when we go through relationships and we are the strong ones are the ones that are suffering the most, because they are having to suppress how they feel, and all that does is bottle it up until it does get released. So I do want you to be compassionate of yourself, if during this time you are being strong, and then all of a sudden you feel like you can't take it anymore because it's overwhelming. The next two cards came out for this. We have the Dreamer, which is visions, trance, and apparitions, and then we have Soul King, recognition, family, and kinship. I am definitely getting something vibing with family here, and it is like, even that 10 of Pentacles, that is a family orientated card, and I really am feeling your family like woven within this. And I feel like there is a feeling of loss here, coming from you, but I am feeling this loss from someone's out on the outside, and it feels like you need to be the strong one during this. So I'm talking to my laptop and not you. I feel like you are trying to be this strong one, and you are being the strength. But yeah, interesting. For some of you, there may be babies involved in this, or a baby. Potential to be a loss of a baby as well. So I am sorry for that if that is you. It's just kind of what's coming through. But again, I feel with this Dreamer, I actually, with that green man, I really got this traveling to, like, sacred areas, where they kind of do shamanic practices. This Dreamer is giving me that same shamanic practice kind of vibe. And this would explain why a mother might worry, because it's like going on a shamanic journey. I cannot remember the name of the drug, but basically, where you take that strongest drug that puts you into that lucid state, and you go through all this kind of shamanic journeying and stuff. I'm getting that sense here of being the Dreamer. Now, Soul King. Soul King can really not mean the family we're born within. I mean, it can involve those as well, but it's really on a soul level of those we connect with. And I feel this journey of you of self-discovering. So I feel like if you are traveling, this is a time when you may meet some people and make some really deep connections. But I do get this sense of discovering a deep bond with your family, or just connecting with your family. If you are away from them, I definitely want to say to connect. Trust in your intuition. If you have a vision of any kind, if that is a gift that you carry, or if you do have dreams during this time, pay attention to them, because I feel like that could be significant. I'm getting a lot of wisdom through here, and I'm getting a lot of intuition. When I feel zen and serenity, sometimes I feel that that's an indication that you are one with yourself and really in tune to your gifts, and in tune during this moment to any kind of messages coming through. So trust in that, because a few of these cards are saying to do that. And I'm loving it. Comment below and let me know, because I love reading anything of that sort of stuff. So please let me know your kind of experiences with this, especially during this time. 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay. I'm definitely getting intuitive vibes. I feel like you are seeing things so clearly right now during this time. However, I do feel like you are carrying the burdens. Sometimes, again, when we are the ones that can intuitively see stuff, we sometimes will take on others' wounds and others' problems and juggle them and try and carry them. I feel like you could be doing this, trying to be that shoulder. So be wary of that. And I do think this has the potential to really grow and build up your emotions so deeply, because it is a struggle if we're carrying others' burdens all by ourselves. And I feel what could be the potential to help you is breeze, wind. So get out in nature and allow the wind to cleanse you. In witchcraft or old folklore, I cannot remember which, so I'm not going to try and say who and give credit where I don't know. But basically, the wind is known to be cleansing. If you stand in the breeze and allow it to take your cares away and cleanse your aura, it really has a healing kind of vibe. I love how I'm all like... But that's how it makes me feel. And that's what I like to do in strong winds, is to do that. Allow it to take away any dirty muddiness from your aura. I feel that could be beneficial for you. And I do feel like grounding, get barefooted on the ground, walk around 5-10 minutes, just cleansing. It could be while you're on a phone call that is stressful for you. Just walk barefooted and envision your roots sinking into the ground, and allow the earth to kind of ground you and heal you as well while you are trying to channel other people's stuff. That made me feel really tired. So, and it is. That's what it does to us. It can really bring us down if we don't take care of ourselves during that time of helping others. You have a lot of 3s and 5s. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse again, and I feel like you are really giving a lot to other people. The Three of Pentacles can be, it can be success and teaching. I feel like you are giving too much to somebody. That's what this is giving me. I feel like it's hindering your growth, your abundance. I feel like you might feel like you have to be there for somebody else more so than for yourself. So you are going without in order to nurture somebody else, which is not healthy. And you cannot be that support if you are giving too much of yourself. Interesting. So we have the Hermit in reverse next. So I do feel like there is something you need to make sure you're taking care of for you. I do feel like this is something that you are not looking at. And I do feel like you are on this journey of trying to be on like a healing journey for yourself. However, I feel like what's coming up for you more is it's bringing other people's wounds. Now, when we do start doing healing on ourselves, sometimes it attracts others who need healing, because we are finally getting in a place where we are able to heal others, we are able to tutor and mentor others, but sometimes it's a little bit too soon. Now the universe throws at us what we can handle. However, sometimes if we're not fully healed yet, we can take on too much. And I feel like that's what I do sometimes. I finally feel like I'm feeling whole, I'm ready to help people, but then others who are wounded don't realize how much they're taking from somebody who is also wounded. So sometimes when there are several people who are all wounded, all coming together, we're not helping anybody. Nobody's helping anybody, because you're coming from a place that's being not fully healed, not ready to really be that strength for somebody else. So I do want you to make sure you're taking care of your needs. Take care of your aura, take care of your energy, and make sure you are shielding yourself if you feel like you need to be there and be a support for somebody else. Because I do feel like there is a lot of reaching out for you. But in saying that, I really do feel like this is a good read for you. I do get this sense of great compassion and serenity. I do feel like it's going to be a little bit up and down for you in moments, because I feel that hiccup I said. But it doesn't feel like greatly toxic, and that it just has this potential there to, if you do not see it for what it is, to kind of grow into something bigger. Interesting. So thank you so much, Gemini, for being here. Please like and subscribe to my channel to see future updates, and I will see you next month. Thank you, guys.